Hey guys, how's it going today? This is Tammy with the Painted Soul Studio, and I've been gone a while. I have had allergies really bad. I'm going to try and do this without coughing, so I won't be probably talking to you a lot today. But what I'm going to do is I got a piece of wood here that I was supposed to paint with the what do you call them? The Live Painting Sisterhood this last week on Wednesday, and they were painting fish. And I wasn't able to paint with them, even though I had prepared my board and everything for the live. So I thought I'd come on here and try to paint without coughing my head off and annoying y'all. And I do want to get this piece finished too, but I'd like to welcome you and hope you are having a really good Sunday afternoon. And here's my fish. Well, this is going to be a rainbow trout. Let's make sure. If you can't hear me, please let me know. A lot's been going on with Facebook and things aren't. Well, it looks like you can hear me. So let's go ahead. Let's work on it. This is a piece of board that I had out in my barn, and I had painted it this green and was using it for some. I did some paint parties that had, I think I had sunflowers on them, and so I wanted to reuse it. And I took, let's see, my modeling paste, and I went over the green. And then I kind of washed it with this goose feathers to kind of mute that out. But see, I sort of like the way it looks like. You know how underwater is? It's got shadows all in it. And then I went over it with some of this navy blue. I did a wash of navy blue over it. And it has these little scratches in it, this board's. And so I just made it like grass behind it, and then I flicked some of that blue paint, make these little spots right here. So I am going to finish painting out my trout. Does anybody in here trout fish? Yes, no? I have a brother that does. He does a lot of that fly. Well, I guess it's fly fishing. I used to paint a lot of this this actual fish. I used to paint a lot on back of blue jean jackets back in the day. But I also, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Where's the camera at? I never can find this stupid thing. It's not gonna let you see it, but you see there's texture in it with that modeling paste. In fact, right there you can see more texture. So I did a little bit of texturizing, like where the fins might be. So I'm gonna go over and give sort of a thin coat. As most of y'all know, I paint a lot in washes. I thin down my acrylic, and let's just get a little layer of green on here. I swear every time I talk, it tickles my throat and I want to cough more. Finding I have allergies since I've been staying home and I don't truck across the country. I was always out there in the dry heat and come back here to the east, and oh me, and I've been mowing my yard, and I think I've done it to myself. Hey Melanie, how are you doing? Like I said, as soon as I start talking, Okay, now see I got a little bit of a coating all over it. Okay, now see I didn't want to cough. Now, rainbow trout has that pink line. Hey, Joni. I'm just watering down my red paint. Just kind of getting an idea of what I want. Yes, it's hot here today. It's hot in Minnesota, Melanie. Let's see. Let me get my hair dryer. Yes, I did get my air conditioner fixed. Finally. And it's been so nice. I didn't realize how rickety my old one was. Well, put my brush down. Okay, so he's got a little bit of pink now. I'm going to darken this up more because it gets kind of dark up here at the top. I'll bring some more dark in here. I thought I could take this little board and maybe put some little hooks down here. I've got a son-in-law that fishes, and he has like a boathouse. It's more of his man cave, and he's got all kinds of gear on the wall. And I thought, well, if I put some hooks on here, they could put their special little lures or, I don't know, anything that has to do with boating on it and hang it in a man cave that somebody that fishes a lot. I was at the park earlier today, and I looked down in we have like a little river area that runs through, and you've got a lot of bridges that walk over the water, and you can see those little sunfish, the little brim, playing around in there, and they were so pretty. Probably need to do a few of them. Time for peaches and ice cream. Ooh, that sounds good. Are you near a lake, Melanie? Hey, Elaine. Everybody having a good Sunday? We'll add a little bit more red in here. It's kind of feather it in. This piece of wood's got a lot of texture in it, so I don't know how this is going to work. It could work, and then it might not. I'm going to take some of my green, my red, and make me a brown, a little bit of a brown, dark brown green. Maybe bring some of this in here. Call you crazy, I now want to fry fish. No. We used to, when I was younger with my kids, we did a lot of fishing because we had a little pond in front of our well, it was not really little, it was about an acre and a half lake. And we would take the kids out there and go fishing every Friday night when Tim would get home from work. And sometimes we couldn't put the bait on fast enough on the poles for the kids. We were catching the brim and little bass as fast as we could. And we were having lots of fish fries that summer. It was so much fun. I might take some of that brown and wash it in the top. Now he does have a fin back here. He's not a real replica of a trout, but when we get through with him, he'll look like a rainbow trout. Now, they do have this kind of funny lips. That kind of, let's see, his gills are right here. And then he's got this one fin that comes out right here. He almost looks like he's got a frown. It's kind of big at the end there. Okay. I think that's the way I want it. Got this fin that comes down here. I think I'll get me some of those pretty little hooks from Hobby Lobby. 10 acres. Well, I guess so. You're from the land of lakes. I hope y'all don't hear me coughing so loud. It was so much fun. That lake, when we first moved in it, it had so many darn frogs in it, you couldn't go to sleep at night. It was so loud. So we did a lot of frog kicking. Ate a lot of frogs. Fried frog. Who likes frog legs? Well, Melanie, you do come from the state that invented water skiing, right? Okay, the top of his head's a little more darker, so I gotta get some darker in here. And he's kind of got a little bit in here. Let me I like to use my fingers a lot when I paint. Who uses their fingers when they paint? Nobody? Well, I'm trying to see comments and I can't, all of a sudden they disappeared. But that's Facebook for you. Everybody knows it's been awake. It's been that, what they say anyway, not for sure. It's really true. There was a place I used to deliver to. I can't remember to. But I remember seeing a sign like that on the highway or one of the back roads by one of the lakes. Okay. Well, he's starting to look like a fish, right? Some kind of fish. I'm sure anybody that's a fly fisherman would say that's not a real trout. Put some more dark. Oops. Well, that didn't work, but I sort of like that, so I'm going to blend it in. Get the water out of my brush. And then come back with some of this red. See if I can't get that to blend in. It's still wet. Well, we can always fix it, right? We can just paint right over if we don't like it. You use your fingers, arms, and clothing. I use a lot of my clothing. I think most of us do. I think he's got a little more red up front, close to these gills. I'm gonna put some red down there. Might put a little bit of red in his underbody here. Now, it looks like he's got red shimmers. But I want this white to really pick up in here. I wonder if I should come down with a little more color in here. Let me try a different green. I'm going to bring in this lighter green here. Yes, sunfish are the best. Those the kids would really catch really fast. I think I want a little more of this green up here. Yeah, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen a real trout except for pictures or on TV. Oh yeah, fluorescent paint would look good on him. I got a place right there where the wood is kind of funky, but I might, after I take this piece, I might sand over it and make it look kind of old. Maybe antique it down a little. What do you think? One of the things I love about working with wood is hey Tammy, how are you? Hadn't seen everybody in a while. I've been fighting allergies and a bunch of other stuff, but we're making it. We're back on here painting. The Creative Journey group is doing good. We got stuff going on almost every day in there. If you haven't joined it, go join it. I'm scared to say some stuff. Hey, Angie, because of the new changeover. But I do have classes coming up in the middle of August. I'm trying to get going on that too. So, guys, it's going to be Christmas before we know it. Has anybody been working on any Christmas in July presents for this year's Christmas? Okay, I think I need a little more. I know. This, in case those of you that come on here, the Live Painting Sisterhood did fish this Wednesday, and I was supposed to paint with them, and I didn't get to, and I had this piece of board that I had prepared, and I wasn't going to just put it to the side, and I thought, well, I'll come on here and paint so y'all can see it. Y'all can go back and watch that. It is replayable. Now, does that look like he's down in the underneath? Yes, the months seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like they were going real slow, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh no. It's like, oh no, that's what's going to happen when Christmas comes. So you need to start thinking about what you're going to do, get your Christmas list going so you won't be caught off guard with Christmas coming up. I heard this one lady say that she starts making new desserts in July. So by the time it's Christmas, she'll make a new dessert every month and try it out instead of having the same Christmas desserts. And by the time it was Christmas, she knew whether she liked it or not and would serve it during Christmas. I thought that was a good idea, but I would probably get fat doing that. Yeah, you need to start thinking about the gifts you're going to make and what kind of product you need to go buy. If you're one of those people, you can start putting up food that, you know, that has a life on the shelf that you'll use during that time so you won't have to buy so much. You can't think of Christmas right now. I know. It's time to start thinking about back to school supplies and all that stuff. Which I don't really have to think about because I don't have kids anymore. My kids are all grown. Okay, this is a little, this fin right here needs to be a little bit lighter. And I wish this thing, can you see the texture in it now? There's all kinds of texture in this piece of wood. So I might do some antiquing on it. Now, what's next? I guess we need to put some details in him. I do want to make this mouth a little more a little bit darker on the bottom. that better. It's a little outline. I'm going to let it dry, or, well, I'm going to mess with it anyway. I do want a little more. Let's see, I got a picture over here. He does have some dots. He actually got dots all over him. But I'm going to make my lines like that. And he's got these little dots. Then they're not round. They're like, some of them look square. All in is okay. I gotta put my eye in too before I get ahead of myself. Let's see. I hate putting eyes in, even on people. It's like I gotta put it portion right. Is it more up there or is it more right there? I'm gonna put a little dot right there. Let's go with that. Just gonna have a big eye right there. Good gosh, y'all can't even see that on camera. That's funny. Your niece is an avid trout fishing. I think it's so pretty. It's like ballet. Watching somebody fly fish. I'd like to learn how to do that. I think I would enjoy it. Let's darken it up so y'all can see where I'm going to put the eye. When I trucked through Wyoming and Montana, and when it was trout season, and you look down there in the streams and see them throwing that line out, was so pretty. You probably could get just lost in watching that go across the out and across the lake. Let's see, he comes down. He's green on the bottom, but not real green. I'm trying to make him look too real. Her Instagram's full, I bet. She teaches women how to fly fish. I'll put a little black in up here. Just to give it like it's from what I've seen, just, in pictures of these fish, they have a lot of color in them when the light is on them and turns and twists. Bring that in. Not like I said, my paint is watered down a lot doing this, so it makes it a little more transparent. not so harsh. He's got to have a little bit of shadow under this right here. I think he's starting to look like a fish. Okay. I'm going to start putting little dots all over him before I put the eye in, which is probably, let me check him out. Should I put him more? I think I should put a little bit darker color up there. Just a little more. Right there, the wood is scraped back. Let's see. I think I just need to give it another layer. Yeah, that's starting to look better. Just kind of feather it down where it blends on in to that red. Okay, so let's try to think. What next? Is that yours, Keith? Do you don't trout fish, Keith? You're always in the ocean. I was thinking about putting some hooks on it. Then you could hang some of your fishing jigs, or what do you call them? Hooks, favorite hooks or something. I don't know. I am out of the terminology these days because I'm not into fishing no more. Now, don't mean I might not be into it. Now, these can be any size. Some are small. Like I said, they're not, if you look at the trout, the ones I've looked at, they don't they're not totally round. Your favorite fishing hat, yeah. Plus, I needed an excuse to go to Hobby Lobby when, Hobby Lobby's got the best doorknobs and little knobs and hooks and stuff. I love to go. To me, those are like jewels. I could probably just have drawers full of that stuff and not even use it. Okay, some of these go down in here. It's not real. We just want to give the illusion. Yes, I do. Aren't they? It's like jewelry. They're little knobs and little things you can hang on the wall and hang stuff on. But I always have to make sure they're half off when I go. I could spin an arm and leg doing that. Okay, and he's got these spots all over him, but in the middle they look like they're not quite as much. But I'm not going to spot him up too much. We said this is not the real thing. We're going to still come in here and put his eye in. Make it a little more. Melody, I have to go to the other side of town to get to my Hobby Lobby, but I know you have to really go far out. I have to keep myself from going. It's like that post, $1, $2, then $20, and then another $20. The next thing you know, it's 400 and some odd dollars. Let's see, he's got a few down in here. So I could be doing spots for a little while if I wanted to. I'm going to take some of them, mix with the green. The green instead of just them all being black, to give him a little variety. I'm the artist. I can do what I want to do. Some of these dots might be, a darker green or not. I don't know. But he's got more on his nose than I've got. He's got him near his eye. He's getting there. I could use this light green and make some spots with it too. This way you get your different values in, and your darks and your lights. Give it some interest. I'm just wondering if I should put some of this light green in this grass back here. I don't really know what's on the bottom of the lake. I just know it feels yucky when you step in it. You don't have a share button. Yeah, it will give you the option to copy. I know everything's gotten real strange lately. It's just crazy. But we'll get it all figured out. I'm just kind of washing this. See, I put that wash in there and see all that texture back there. It really it grabs the lights and the darks. I'm going to take some white. I think I'm going to take some white and splatter it a little bit. Might not be happy with this, but we'll see. Do y'all think I ought to sand it and maybe antique it a little? Put some more on him. Now I could splatter some black on here. Let's see. Maybe if I cover it a little. I'm being dangerous. You can get dangerous with your splatters. Yeah, kind of make it look a little old, dated. Let's see. Let me wipe my. Okay. maybe add some to those. I'm trying to get it mostly in the fish. Needs a little bit on his back though. Well, y'all probably can't even see that because my dots are so small. Okay. Now his eye is not black. It's goldish brown. I don't know if I got. See what kind of find. Let's do a little bit like this. Of course, it's not going to come out. There it goes. Okay. Let's do this. It's kind of got a little. Well, he's actually got a little rim around his black part that's not. Totally black. I don't know if you can see that. It's funny how my light is right there on that part of the fish. There we go. Now you can start seeing more. Okay. And we'll go in. I'm going to put a little bit more black in the middle. Let him have that rim of the. I guess it's rusty. What is this? Pueblo? Huh. Looks more like a terracotta to me. I don't know if I want to put a dash of light in it. Well, I guess that'll look okay. Sometimes you have to be careful with your little light refractions in the eye. But I'll do it like that. Okay, I want a little more blue in my background. A little more wash, especially down here at the bottom because to me his tummy's fading in, but it's supposed to be white. So I'm going to take a little bit of this blue and water it down. Maybe see if I can get a little bit darker right there. Underneath. Well, I got hair in it. One thing bad about long hair, you get it everywhere. And if it's not my hair, it's the dog's hair. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. I think I like that better. I'm gonna put some more blue over this way. And actually, I could put more blue in the whole thing. Let's do that. Make sure my little spots are, splatters are dry. I'm just gonna do a wash over it. not do it on the fish. There's a lot of white right there that was in that piece of wood that I'm trying to get it where it's not so. I'm going to round it on the edges too, because you're going to see the edges when you hang it or sit it up. See that green right there? That's what was showing underneath that white modeling paste. And look how it grabs when I take that wash over it. And look what, I think that's so cool looking. I love that. The stuff you can do with paint. The many looks of paint. So we go over here. I think that's one reason I love painting on furniture so much too. And I'm not going to keep y'all much longer. I've been on here long enough. I'm surprised I haven't coughed anymore. I started off terrible. It was awful. I thought I was going to have to stay muted. Somehow bow out gracefully. But there he is. And I'm going to let him dry a little bit. And y'all know me. I'll probably come back. I always like to come back to my work and check it out. And if I need to do something else, I will do something else. But yeah, I think he'd be cute on the wall and put some little hooks across there. Go from there. Yeah, he's handsome. Well, I enjoyed it, girls. And I was glad to be back and see y'all. And whoop, whoop, we got a new week coming. Go create. I had fun. Bye.